In the previous video, we talked about the phallic stage, where we have the Oedipus complex for the boy and the Electra complex for the girl. And as we move on to the latency stage, which is, according to Sigmund Freud, happening at the age of 6 to 12, the child, as we said from that other video, is that they are now learning safety and danger. They know school is a good place, open fields are not, don't go into dark places, don't go into dark alleys. And at the age of 6 to 12, the child has now begun to really make social connections and interactions as well. And at this stage, if the child is not encouraged to carry out tasks independently or as a part of the fold, the community, then they develop inferiority if they are always discouraged and talked down, And sometimes as women, we went through this stage seeking our own way, a new way, a different way, an icing on the cake way of doing something, because I believe children also offer to fill in some gaps that they see. So they'll try and do something differently, and if no one engages them about it, then you realize, So anyway, we're at that age of 6 to 12, and here you have been trying to mingle interactively with your family, and what happens? You become discouraged to perform tasks, you get talked down when you want to share your thoughts, and at this point the trauma looks like just mental defeat, emotional blockage. There's no need to try. I don't need to express myself again. I tried to say it once, they didn't listen. So as an adult, as you grow along the way, you become less assertive. And what does that open the door for? Easy manipulation, because people quickly figure out that if they shut you down fast enough, numerously enough, then you toe the line. And sadly, you end up feeling inadequate, wondering why you are not enough, and you bring this into your motherhood in a form of always maybe seeking validation or hoping that someone will reach out to you and ask what you really want when they can see that you're not responding, and so they act. Sometimes your spouse will act without asking you, because they know you'll still ask them what they think, and they'll tell you, oh, but don't you always do that? But secretly you're hoping they will ask you. I hope this resonates with us. I hope that we're able to find ourselves at this stage. My story is a bit different. I got a promise from a very important person at this stage, and they told me, oh yeah, let's get in here and look at what you'd like to have. And we walked in, and I looked and I chose, and they promised me that on XYZ day and time you will get it. Now, maybe finances were short, maybe something had happened, or they were going through their own issues, but when I went to ask for it, it was chaos. And I'll never forget that on that day I made an inner vow, and I promised myself I will never take a promise seriously. I will never hold on to a promise. I'll believe it when I see it. And that happened even in many other relationships, so it didn't matter what you told me. And I guess people can see when you don't believe them, right? So I did develop those feelings of inadequacy to qualify for love, to qualify for gifts, to qualify for acts of affection. Maybe because of that experience. Do you resonate with me? Does this ring a bell for you? Let me know.